Oh no, why would I want to have two topics in one video? Then I'll have to think of more topics later. What am I crazy? I'm gonna have to think of more topics. I think I can do it. Well, today is video number 12. So if you think that you're not getting any value from the Networking Mastery 101 in in a contest or no contest, if I'm not providing you value, the mindset of networking mastery, there's 11 videos of value for networking, how to get better result indicators for small business owners, entrepreneurs, and workaholic professionals. So, listening skills and starting with a question. Those are the topics we're going to attack today. So, listening skills and starting with a question. Now, starting with a question when it comes to doing speeches, and where are small business owners and entrepreneurs giving speeches? They're giving speeches all the time at networking events. And what if they started with a question? What if they ditched the pitch and they started with a question? How powerful is a question to get your audience's attention? Especially if that question gets people's attention. Does the question have a statistic in it? Does the question really relate? Is it relatable? How would you like to start with a question with your introductions at networking events, and everybody in the room is mesmerized by how you network? What would that mean to you? Another question. So you could ask more than one question in an introduction, in an impromptu 1 or 2 minute speech. What would that mean to you? What else is bugging you about your results for coming to networking events? You're not getting your money's worth, but are you paying? Oh, are you paying with your time? Oh, another question, right? So you can see the value of questions really is probably a strong point why more Gen Y, Gen M, Gen X, baby boomer, all these different generations, we could all learn from each other how to be better networkers, how to generate better chemistry amongst our small business owner and entrepreneur peers. Starting with a question, let's talk about that. Let's dissect that conversation. Let's have a conversation and chat about using questions in your networking. Now, here's the magic thing to couple that with listening skills. How important is listening skills in business for small business owners, entrepreneurs, workaholic professionals? Those listening skills, are they valuable? Or should I just give my introduction? Not, and you could listen to people's body language. They're talking through their body language. Interesting, right? They're talking through their pace and tone of voice, how they make you feel. They're listening. Somebody is talking too fast. You tell they're from a certain part of the country. They're talking too slow. They're from another part of the country. Or maybe they're from the same part of the country. Who knows? We won't prejudge. But listening skills, how important are those? I had another video that talked about that we have two ears and one mouth, and one's more important than the other, and we should use those in those proportions. If you want a technique how you could spruce up your listening skills, there are so many apps to help with our listening skills. And there are organizations that help with our listening skills. Matter of fact, don't judge a book by its cover by something that is cheap when you can enhance your listening skills. Because over 100 years, one of the world-renowned leaders in public speaking, which only cost of used to be like $45 for 6 months, maybe it went up to $65 for 6 months. So you're trying to tell me that for a whole year it's only about $100, and $100 you can spruce up your listening skills by never giving a speech but volunteering to be an off counter. What's that? an R counter. Just trust me, if you have this role and you go to this specific club, you will exercise your listening skills tremendously, exponentially. If you volunteer to be an agrammarian, huh? What do you say? Huh? What? Ah, ah, you have got something in your throat? Grammarian. The use of English language, the use of language when someone's doing a speech and you're listening to them and you catch some phrases that they're saying. There's some things that inspired you from someone's talk. Write it down. Now you're your own grammarian. You don't have to wait for an grammarian. You don't have to wait for an counter, a like, so, double clutch counter. You could count somebody's ahs and ums while they're speaking, and your listening skills are going up and up and up. You don't have to wait for a meeting. You could be the ah counter in your daily customer meetings. You can count their ahs. Don't make it so obvious. One, two, three, Yes, the count counts ahs. Very interesting. So there's the ah counter. There's the grammarian, the word grammarian. Then there's an evaluator. How do you evaluate somebody's speech? And I'm not even talking about the content. So hold your horses. You're so quick to want to be critical whether what they're saying is true or not true. You could dissect their entire speech with just their technique. But there's more. I mean, the evaluation phase there, when you evaluate a speaker, are they talking too fast? Are they talking too slow? Do they not have any pregnant pauses? Forget if they're pregnant. That's another whole topic. But really, do they put pauses in there? Hmm? Are they using eye contact? Are they staring at the floor when they speak? You see, you don't need to know whether they're telling the truth or not. If they're staring at the floor, looking at their shoes while they're talking to you, you know whether it's true or not. Perhaps. Or maybe they just need to tie their shoes. So there are ways to read their body language, and you'll know if it's true or not. You don't have to get so feathers ruffled. You know when you know. When you don't know, you don't know. All right, so there are other things to evaluate, but here's the key thing when you evaluate them. If you ask them later, would you like me to give you some tips on being able to be a better public speaker because I've been studying how to evaluate speakers? Do this. Don't do not give them like 50 things that they did wrong. Don't give them 10 things that they did wrong. Okay, everybody's not perfect. You you want to make a friend later, right? Or do you want to repel them and never see them again? Okay. So this is the key. Okay. And $1 million mentors, coaches in multi-million dollar companies I know of do this technique. I mean, every week they do a weekly evaluation and give three things that compliment the person that you're with, that you loved about their speech, that they had eye contact and the way they had their eyes, and if they're a female, maybe you love the way their makeup is done, but you get flattery. Just give them a sincere compliment. Maybe perhaps you love somebody's tie and their attire, and it's important to actually dress the part, maybe dress to impress. Oh, there's too many people that are visual with dress like this, but this is becoming my staple. I like wearing my Caribbean shirts. But maybe also I should throw in a suit every now and then because everybody looks good in a suit. Everybody cleans up, right? Not that bad. Throw in a nice pair of shoes, etc. It counts as points for your speech because people judge, right? It's like a book. And you judge by the outside, you judge by the title of the book before you even get to the content. It just happens. Get over it. Don't let it ruffle your feathers. So the evaluation portion, so important too. There's so much we could talk about and digest. Hey, put some comments down below wherever you're seeing this video. This is video number 12. My thoughts on starting with a question and listening. How important is that for small business owners and entrepreneurs? Well, I'm going to stop here because I'm probably at the 5 to 8 minute mark. Maybe I crossed over 10. Have a fantastic day. This is video number 12. Networking Mastery 101. Paul Finkelstein, DTM.